My name's Captain Brandon Muller. I'm here to talk to you about a double hook swordfish rig for nighttime fishing or daytime fishing. We've got some Mustad hooks as always, stainless steel. I like the 7691s in a 9.0. We need our crimpers, some pliers, a knife, fresh squid, some manly pliers. I like the Swagger crimpers, the larger ones. And to make things easier, have pre-rigged on here 300-pound leader. Nice little bead to stop the rig inside the squid. And I just crimp on a tag end of 300 here to the same eye of the hook there. And this is what we're going to put our second hook on after we rig it up. So get started here, take our squid, lay him on his back, I call it, with the flaps down. We're going to lay our hook and everything in here, see about where it's going to sit. This bead right here is going to slide up in this hollow tube and stop right at the top here. So I say it's going to stop about there. We want our hook to come out about here. So we'll take our finger, mark it, use our knife, poke a hole in there, just big enough for that hook to go through. We've got our hole. We're going to take our leader all the way back to the top. We're going to poke in here. It's going to come all the way up to the point. We're going to hold this and just push it through. There it comes. Now we get our hook lined up to the top here. Make sure this is straight. We're going to push this bead down. And this whole rig is going to slide up here. Now, take our tag end, we're going to come out the back. We've got our hook in position. Our tag end we want to have come through the head because we want our hook down here in its tentacles. We want it to ride like that, nice and hidden. So for this, I'm going to remove his beak here. You can do that by just pinching it out, and the whole beak comes out. We take our tag end. We're going to go down through his head here. There we go. Came out the middle of his head. And that's where we're going to crimp on our hook, but not yet. Flip this guy back over. Now we want to tie that in place. So take a piece of floss. On the front side of the bead here, we're going to tie an overhand knot. It's very simple. Just a regular overhand knot like that. Cinch it down. And we take our two tag ends. We cinch that all the way down and it'll hold itself in place. Another piece of floss, do the same thing in the front of the bead. Cinch it down. Now one of these pieces of floss, I want to bring it up to the point of the squid. Go through there one time like that. And now I'm going to tie this to the main line here. So the point of the squid is down nice and tight to the line. That way when you pull the squid through the water, you control it if you want, as fast or slow as you want, and this squid will not come off. Used to use this same rig blue marlin fishing when we used J hooks, and we'd end up trolling the squid around at 8 knots for half the day, and it would hold up just fine. So now everything's in position, it's being held there. Give this hook a little more room. Now I like to actually tie the eye of the hook into the squid itself just to give it a little more support. So by doing that, we pick it up, we find out where the eye is. We come through, it's definitely on the eye. Go all the way through the squid, and we use the same knot, overhand knot. Nice flossed in there. Now we want to sew this head on the squid, because one thing that happens is a swordfish will normally hit the squid right about here and it'll knock his head off, and it'll eat the head, circle back around, and he knows that this mantle part is not supposed to be pulling through the water, so he doesn't eat it. So we like to keep this head sewed on there nice and well. There's all different elaborate ways to rig it, but I like to stay simple. Come back about a ½ inch, go through, come through his eye here, out the other eye, and we pull his head up into the body there. Oh, that's nice. Just like that. Cinch it on down. Now we have our hook in place, tag end coming out the back. We're ready to put our hook in, our second hook, I should say. And this, you want to pull it up as tight as you can, keep that hook recessed. So we kind of scrunch up the squid a little bit. Take our pliers and make it easier. Our crimpers. One final step here is to sew up this hole that we made by putting that hook in there. Just real simple. Here she is. Double hook rig swordfish squid. Ready to go.